Hello and welcome to today's video, and this Beanie Baby Patreon goes to Christian, and Lincoln wanted to do the honors. You don't get to assault him though, no. And it combines two of my favorite animals, a unicorn and a panda. Although is a unicorn an animal? I guess in my world it is an animal. So good job, Lincoln. Lincoln really wants to play with Christian, but you're not going to get to, I'm sorry. I got you another toy upstairs. No, Duty, no. It's not going to go over well. We got to find something to distract him with. There we go. That seemed to work well. There we go. I'm going to reorganize these one of these days because I know the dogs have kind of played around. Thank you, Miji, by the way, for the... I've been drinking my coffee and wearing my fancy earrings. Okay, so for today's video, I'm going to do a versus of the CeraVe Facial Moisturizing PM Lotion and the Cetaphil Facial Hydrating Lotion. And I guess the only thing that made me think to compare these two was they're similar and the packaging is almost identical. And they kind of are meant to do the same thing, although CeraVe markets this as a PM lotion, but you don't just have to use it in the PM, you can use it whenever you want. So they're both facial moisturizing lotions. So, okay, so my first criteria is denatured drying types of alcohol, and both of these products are free from that. So that is a similarity between the two. And they're also fragrance free. So that's two more reasons why I thought these two should go against each other. Yeah. Okay. So in terms of the manufacturing location, the CeraVe is made in the US, while the Cetaphil is made in Canada. We're very close to Canada and Minnesota. I even see it out my back door. Did anybody get the joke? Cameron didn't even get the joke. Never mind. I'm going to keep going on. Okay. So I guess I'm not as funny as I think I am. Just because dogs laugh at me sometimes doesn't mean you're funny. So, okay, so ease of use. So, they're both pretty similar. Just apply to dry skin. So, the CeraVe is very nice. They recommend applying liberally to face and neck. They recommend at night, but you can use it whenever you want. It absorbs quickly, I found. It plays well with other products. Plays well, no pilling issues. The only thing I found is that sometimes it sets to a slightly tacky finish. That is a nice matte finish. The Cetaphil lotion is a little bit more watery, I found. More of a watery gel lotion texture. But this one also absorbs evenly. They recommend using this after cleansing with any Cetaphil facial cleanser. If you saw my video yesterday, I'm not a huge fan of the Cetaphil facial cleansers in general. So this one's very easy. It's a little bit watery. More watery and a little bit less hydrating. But they both kind of set to a natural finish, and both seem to play with other products, absorb pretty nicely. I just found the CeraVe to be a little bit easier to use just because it's a little bit more moisturizing. I found with the Cetaphil, if you have dry skin, you're going to want to layer this with another moisturizer over it. If you have oilier skin, you might like the Cetaphil a bit more because it's a little bit more watery and not quite as hydrating. So there you go. That's just my personal gut feeling about them both after having used them both a fair amount. They're both very easy to use, though. Okay, beneficial ingredients. So let's talk about the CeraVe. We've got niacinamide is pretty high up there, and niacinamide is great for your skin. It's brightening. It can help your skin barrier repair. It can also help reduce pore size. Niacinamide is a great ingredient for almost everybody. It's also got 3 ceramides, which are kind of the building blocks of your skin. Then we've got phytosphagosin, which is a skin-identical ingredient, which also helps heal the skin barrier. Then we've got sodium hyaluronic, which is a humectant. Then we've got cholesterol in here, which is a good skin-identical ingredient as well. Close to 20% of the matter between our skin cells is actually cholesterol. So if you have dry skin, adding ceramides and cholesterol is a great addition. So between cholesterol and ceramides, they really help maintain a healthy skin barrier and keep your skin hydrated. So overall, minusing the slip ingredients and preservatives and emulsifiers and everything else, this has 7 truly beneficial ingredients for your skin. Okay, let's talk about the Cetaphil. So we've got Hydroxyethyl Urea, which is a non-sticky hydrating ingredient for skin. Then we've got Hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid, which is a better absorbed and smaller molecule version of regular hyaluronic acid. Personally, if I have a preference in terms of hyaluronic acid, it's the hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid because that just has a more likely chance of being absorbed instead of just kind of sitting on top of your skin. Then we've got sodium PCA, which is a skin identical ingredient and natural moisturizer. And then we've got erythritol, which is a humectant. So the Cetaphil has 4 beneficial ingredients, and the CeraVe has 7. So I gave the point to CeraVe. Pretty handily won that round. And let's get to acnegenic ingredients, which is something a lot of you are concerned about. So the CeraVe, we've got cetearyl alcohol, carbomer, dimethicone, cetareth 20, and polyglyceryl 3-diostearate. So we've got 5 acnegenic ingredients, which might be why some people with acne-prone skin just can't use this. I've talked to a few people that have very acne-prone skin, and a lot of times this is recommended because it's pretty, it's not a crazy ingredient list with a lot of ingredients that might be of issue, but they still have problems with it, so that could be why. The Cetaphil, we've got glyceryl stearate, MG stearate, and cetyl alcohol. So we've got 3 acnegenic ingredients in this one. So overall, the Cetaphil won this round. And CeraVe so far is in the head by 1 point. So not much of a lead there. Okay, let me find the other page to this guy. Sorry, Lincoln distracted me. When he comes down, he's so cute. Okay. So, in terms of cruelty-free status, this is obnoxious to me that neither of these brands are truly cruelty-free. It's a tie, because they both suck in that way. I mean, it's 2021, people. I can't believe I started reviewing things, I don't know, 4 years ago, maybe? And we've made some headway in terms of cruelty-free, but there's still a lot further to go. Okay, so in terms of performance, so the CeraVe, I find it to be very hydrating. In the summer, I can get away with using just this. It's hydrating enough, and I don't really need other moisturizer. In the winter, I layer it, which is just fine. It doesn't irritate my skin or leave it looking dry. Plumps up the skin a bit. I would say this is probably mostly geared towards dry, non-acne prone, sensitive skin. It just seems to work great for those people. The Cetaphil, it adds a bit of hydration, but in my opinion, for very dry skin, it's a bit too watery, unless you certainly layer it underneath something. Even in the summer, it's just not quite enough hydration for me. But it's probably mostly geared towards oily skin that's sensitive, in my opinion. So I think this one's probably a winner for dry, non-acne, sensitive skin. This one's probably a winner for oily, sensitive skin. That's kind of my thoughts. So which one I prefer? I prefer the CeraVe. It's just got a bit more of a robust formula over the Cetaphil. And it just is a bit more hydrating in the long run. So I don't know. So the Cetaphil's on my left, on my left, and I don't know. They both look hydrated, but the CeraVe hand, I put that one on, just looks a bit more moisturized. In this one, I can see a little bit of dry skin starting to come up, so it does work better when you layer something over it. So, okay, and the price, so this is interesting. So these are both the same size, 3 ounces, 90 milliliters. The CeraVe retails for about, I compare these both from prices at Ulta, is $16. Well, the Cetaphil is $18, making the CeraVe 0.3 cents less per milliliter. So they're pretty close in price, but the Cetaphil is just a bit more pricey, which that surprised me. I thought the CeraVe would be just a bit more expensive. So anyway, so the CeraVe won that round, and overall, between the two of them, the CeraVe ended up with 8 points, and the Cetaphil ended up with 5. Yeah, so between the ingredient list, how they market them, they're marketing them towards the same customer, but I think in the end, the people that buy each of these is going to be very different skin type. Dry, non-acne prone, sensitive, oily, sensitive skin. That's my thoughts. So anyway, those are my comparison of these two. Hands down, any day, I'm going to pick the CeraVe over the Cetaphil. But this is one of Cetaphil's better products, in my opinion. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on them. So I'm interested in hearing from you guys if you've had a chance to try both of these or either of these and what your thoughts are. So definitely leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. And stay tuned for more tomorrow. Thank you so much.